Alright guys, welcome out to another great top 5. I am cameraman Joe, and the skull next to me
is Classy Man.
Busted!
It's okay, it's just out of place. Appropriately so, today we are talking about the top 5 old guys. Not this old, though.
Criteria for old guys. They gotta be old.
They gotta be old. First of all, they have to be in video games.
And they have to be awesome,
yes,
for one reason
those
or
are the only 3
So let's go over our 2 honorable mentions.
Okay, first
is Star Fox, Peppy. He's obviously old because he's got an old man voice, but you can never really tell with rabbits.
That's true, because, you know, they don't normally gray. Like, you know, you don't get a lot of graying of the hair.
Gray hair? Yes! Zing, bang.
Pun number 1. We got a pun count.
But what's great about him is the fact that he tells you how to do barrel rolls.
Right,
he's like, your father helped me like that too. So he's a friend of his father, so he's got to be older.
He must be, yeah. He's the Obi-Wan of the Star Fox series, basically.
You know, press backwards C to slow down.
Points off for being really annoying, though. Along with his friends,
all of them are so annoying.
Really annoying. The other honorable mention
is the old man from Zelda.
Yes, he gifts you with powers.
Yes, he's the first thing you see other than the screen. You're like, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna go in this cave. And there he is.
Standing.
So the old man.
So yeah,
he's just
that's
epic
it for...
and legendary.
Well, of course.
That's it.
Number 5.
Number 5 is gonna be Dr. Light from the Megaman series.
Dr. Light, he created lots of robot masters.
He did. And some of the evil ones, actually. So.
Yeah, actually. Well, at least, what in Mega Man 9, wasn't he like...
didn't he create,
Proto Man.
Proto Man.
Yes, he did do Proto Man. Proto Man's like the prodigal son.
I've just finished my first prototype robot. If he works, Dr. Wily, this will just be the first of many. Now for the big moment. Stop! I command you to stop!
But
he does, you know, in later games, like the X series, he gives you, like, these capsules to upgrade your stuff and gives you the Hadouken ability and stuff. So there's a lot of cool stuff that he does. But he's always mysterious. Like, some games he's in there, some games he's not. He's in the cartoon series, but it's like...
And he probably needs to do a better job of guarding his shit, because...
Well, what a badass beard.
That's true, it's a really serious beard, but how many times are you gonna call on old Mega Man to save your ass, you know? He's like, oh, guess what? Wily built another 9 robot masters.
Why doesn't he create multiple Mega Mans?
Mega Men, if you will.
I built this robot to handle household chores. Her name is Roll. She's pretty. Yes. But it's late, and time for young robots to get to bed.
Dr. Light, where are you going?
Yeah.
Well, we'll never know.
Easy way to do it, right?
It would.
I mean, it's not like, I know he's like, almost like a prototype Proto Man.
Whoa.
To that.
Whoa.
And I know Mega Man X is different than Mega Man, but like, why not make a bunch of them?
An army of Mega Men. Then
Mega Man.
We'd never seen other Mega Men.
That almost sounds like a porno. Mega Man.
Mega Men?
Or like a male strip club.
No, you're thinking of Mega Dicks.
Number 4.
Number 4, it comes from Donkey Kong Country.
Yes,
Cranky Kong.
Yes, he's your man. He doesn't really do anything except for scold you, but...
Fun fact, if you watch one of our previous videos...
This was in one of our previous videos, but Donkey Kong, or Cranky Kong, is actually the original Donkey Kong from the original Donkey Kong arcade game. So, he's so cranky because Mario is just, you know, pumping around with all that chicanery. But anyway, jumping over his barrels and just hitting his fireballs with hammers.
What are you gonna do?
What can you say? But yeah, Cranky Kong, despite being an old curmudgeon, comes in at number 4.
Got any banana cream pie?
When are you two knuckleheads gonna let me get some sleep?
Just as soon as I get a little midnight snack. Future rulers need their strength, you know.
You silly chimp! Get away from there! It's not a toy!
Movie star.
Number 3.
Number 3 is from Castlevania SoTN, Symphony of the Night.
Actually, isn't it SoTN?
Yes, SoTN. SoTN. It depends where you're from. Like if you're from like England, like aluminium. But anyways, Master Librarian is on the list. He is so badass. And like when you go up to him, you know, he's like, "What can I do for you?"
It's been a long time, old one.
Oh, it's you, Master Alucard. What do you need?
And he's like, "Young master, I cannot, you know, help one who opposes the master." And all Alucard says is, "You'll not go unrewarded." Well, in that case, just tell me what you need.
Young Master, I cannot aid one who opposes the Master.
You won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
I'm interested in this.
He's so awesome.
He's a whore. He's a whore.
He's like, you know what? I've got my loyalties, but for a little cash,
Yeah,
I'll throw you
do
some
anything.
shit. But you know what?
Anything.
We were trying to deconstruct this. Like, where does he get his stuff, right? So we were thinking maybe Death. When anybody who enters the castle, Death's like, steals your
all
stuff.
your shit.
What? And then gives it to Master Librarian, and he sells it back to you.
It's a big racket. It's a big racket going
Higher
on in
price.
Dracula's castle. That's how they afford their high real estate prices in
What's
Transylvania.
also badass about him?
Nobody?
What also is badass about him is if you go to the square underneath him and you launch up, you can actually hit his chair into the ceiling, and he just doesn't give a shit.
What, he just does the power sit there?
He just sits in his chair, just launches him into the ceiling, and it's like a little tidbit that not many people know about in the game.
Well, thank God you're
But
here,
he
Joe.
sells you everything. He also can play you all the music that you've enjoyed from the game.
How he does that, I
the
just don't
monster
know.
list and what items you need
It's
to
really
get.
useful.
Yeah, and he'll also sell you the duplicator for a ridiculously high price. But you can just start making meal tickets and throwing up hundreds and hundreds of food.
That's how you use
Yeah,
it?
it's cool because you could put meal tickets on both like your shield thing and your
yeah.
tag, and so all of a sudden you have unlimited meal tickets, and you're just like all these like the shit just coming out of you. I've got 99 of every single item in the game.
No, you've totally mastered that game, and I can attest to it.
But Master Librarian is number 3.
Number 2.
So number 2, oh man, okay.
Oh,
Number 2 is not Tellah from
there's
Final
some
Fantasy IV.
right, but it is a Final Fantasy IV character.
And this is the reasoning behind it.
Okay.
Tellah is so badass. He's an old sage. There's so much story built in him. He hates Edward.
Yeah.
Points on my list. But the problem is like when he finally like relearn. First, he doesn't remember all his spells.
Right. He's
When
like
you first meet him, and you're like, what the hell?
the absent-minded wizard.
But then he learns all his spells, and when he finally casts Meteo, and I'm not going to call it Meteor, I'm going to call it Meteo
Old school.
on Golbez, he dies. He sacrifices himself. But you know what? It doesn't even kill him. Golbez is like, like, ugh.
He's totally cool.
Yeah, Golbez is fine. It doesn't really do
Walks
anything.
away.
All right, but yet Tellah dies, and you're like, oh, tears. You're like, no, Tellah. All right, and so you're like, I mean, like I cried. When
Well,
that
sure,
first
yeah.
happened. From the same game, though, you have the character Fusoya. You have to go to the moon to get him, and he's sitting there. He knows you're coming. He's like, I've been waiting for you.
I've been waiting. Granted, he's not as big a part of the game because he's only in it at the end.
He's only at
but-
the end. He's ultra powerful. He knows every spell. Can cast him like he's like, oh, Meteo, you know, no problem because I'm Fusoya and I live on the moon.
NVD.
No big deal.
Right.
But I also love is when he dies. In fact, I remember multiple times I played through this game. I remember one time I killed him with my own characters just so I could see the blob of hair that he turns into, and then I didn't revive him the rest of the game. I just let him be this blob of hair through the game. So it's
It's
like every time you show up, it's like you see this blob of hair, and then like your characters appear. I'm like, yeah. So
that's Fusoya at number
number 2.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1 is
Solid Snake, the old one.
From Metal Gear Solid 4.
Of course.
Sounds like the perfect job for me.
Probably maybe the coolest incarnation of Solid Snake.
I would agree.
He's grizzled and
and he's dying.
Right.
He's literally dying in the game.
Your body is approaching its limit.
How long do I have?
Cigarettes caught up to him.
Killing everybody.
Lots of people and big robot legs like the toy from Toy Story. It's like with the fishing in the legs.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, can you get any cooler than Solid Snake anyway? And you know, a 60-year-old Solid Snake.
Well, he's aged faster because
Right.
But yeah, no.
Parent.
But yeah, no, he's ridiculous. And you know what? And like the fact that he knows he's dying, he's like, I'm gonna still smoke my cigs. You know, Snake's favorite brand. Yeah, hide in his box.
Fun.
You know, fighting Otacon or not Otacon, Dr. or Ocelot at the end. I mean, he's just
hanging out with Otacon in general, being friends over
a little bit of
those.
You know.
Oh, dick fucking.
This they do. They just rub it.
That's really strange.
I'm Hal, Dave.
Oh, that's right. Hal. Hal and Dave. That's a good one.
Hal and Dave.
Whoa.
Hal. No. It's he's got to be number one. 100%.
Absolutely. There's no cooler old guy in gaming, and yet.
I guess everybody else is getting older.
They are. They're aging. One day there's going to be.
How old is Mario?
Oh, he's. Well, I mean, literally, or the character Mario.
Like 50?
Oh, beats me. I don't know. He's an older guy. One day we're going to be playing geriatric Mario, where he's like walking around his elderly home trying to fix people's sink problems for $20 on the side.
An actual plumber.
Yeah.
All right, so that's been our top 5. I'm Cameraman Joe.
I am Classy Man.
And we'll see you next time.
That's right.